Right behind me, I've got the 2026 GMC Yukon XL Denali. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Applewood Chevy for allowing me to review this beautiful Yukon Denali. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the GMC Yukons, the safety features that you do get with the Denali here, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. So in terms of the different models that you can get with the GMC Yukon, first off, you can just get the regular size, or you can get this one, which is the XL. And then here are all of the different models available that you can pick from with the Yukons. As for the safety features that come with the Denali, as you can see, you do get quite a few safety features packed in with this model. As for what powers the Yukon here, you do get the standard 6.2 liter V8 engine. You can also opt out for the 3 liter Duramax. Now with the V8, you are looking at 420 horsepower and 460 pound-foot of torque. Now in terms of the towing with this, you can tow about 7,300 pounds. Now I'm going to quickly throw up the window sticker for this because this does have the sun and power step package, so you're going to notice a bunch of different things around the vehicle. All right, let's start off in the front of this beautiful Yukon Denali. I love the way that the Denalis look here because you have a bunch of chrome everywhere. So on your bumper here, first off, let's start off in the middle. You do have the chrome there and then a bunch of bits and pieces in gloss black. Now you do kind of have like this mini lower grille area, and then in the center here you do have a sensor. There's more chrome trimming that stretches across, and then you have your LED fog lights with more gloss black surrounding those, safety sensors that do run across in the front, and then you really get into this beautiful grille. Now this is not like that shiny chrome. You kind of have like this satin finish to it, but this just looks very good. And then you have the blacked out GMC letters along with a front facing camera, and then you have these gorgeous lights. I love the C-shape designing here, and then your typical lights in the center. Overall, this just screams luxury. All right, now coming to the side here, this is the XL, so you can see the sizing on this. And if you're unfamiliar with these, this is a 3-row SUV, hence the size of this. And if we go ahead and take a look at the top, you do have the panoramic sunroof, so that definitely adds a nice little touch. And even up here, the roof rails, you do have these in chrome. Around your windows, you have a mixture of gloss black and then the chrome trimming that stretches everywhere. As for the door handles, you got them in body color and the chrome. As for the side mirrors, these are all blacked out. There's none of that like flat black plastic. It just looks nice. I think this way it looks way better. You got the turn signals there and then the side mirror cameras, and I'm going to show you the angles on this because it has camera angles all around. Over on the fender here, you do have the chrome and gloss black GMC badging. On the sides, you've got the Denali letters and more chrome trimming down there. This also has the power side step, so when I do open up the door, these do come out. Once you do close it, they sit nice and flush against the vehicle. And even up by the wheel here, you do have your reflector. And speaking of wheel, you have these nice chrome wheels. Now these are your 20-inch wheels, but with all of the chrome bits and pieces that this thing has, I think this just fits perfectly. And even if I take a step back, you can see it looks really nice on this. All right, coming around to the rear of the Yukon here, the nice looks definitely continue. Now on your bumper area, you do have the typical black plastic with this centerpiece that does pop off, revealing your hitch underneath. And then if you look way underneath, you do have your spare tire along with the quad exhaust setup, more chrome trimming along with the reflectors, more rear safety sensors, and then you really get into this tailgate here. So on here, you do have the Yukon badging, the Denali badging, and then the GMC badging. And then right here, you have your rear camera, and then more chrome trimming. And then that goes into these gorgeous LED lights. I think these look super nice. You've even got like the C-shape here, kind of similar to the front lights. Now, for the glass, this does pop up separate than the tailgate, and there is a button right down there I'm going to show you, and you can also do it off your key fob. So the button should be right here. So if I just do this, this is going to pop up and give you access to the interior. Now closing this, you do have this spoiler up top with a brake light, and your wiper is hidden away, so you get a nice clean look back here. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and show you what you get back here. So this is a power liftgate, obviously, and all of the rows up, you have a ton of room back here. And back here with the XL, you get 16 more cubic feet of space. Even down here, you have the nice chrome protectors. And on the side, you have an outlet and then your seat controls for the second and third row. Keep in mind, for the second row, you can only fold them down, but for the third row, you can power fold them down and back up. Also, if I go ahead and lift up the carpet area, not only do I have a tiny bit of space here, but I can lift it even more and it has even more space. All right, let's head inside and take a look at the interior trim and the seats. So opening up the doors, you do have an all black interior, but with bits and pieces that do stand out. Now down here, you have some space, a water bottle area, a massive speaker, and this does have the Bose sound system, along with more chrome trimming, more space in the center, and then you have this unique soft touch material. It's not plain like this. You kind of have like the textured touch to it, and then the X pattern stitching. There's also this beautiful wood trim, which is a gradient trim. So as you can see, it goes into black, and then more gloss black, more chrome trimming. All of this you're gonna notice throughout the interior. Now let's check on the inside. Now I'm gonna start off in the third row. So I'm gonna show you the seats, what you get back there, the legroom, the headroom, and then I'll do the same thing for the second row. So in order to get into the third row, it's very, very easy. You have two of these handles here. The first one here is to move the second row seat forward and backwards. And then this one is to fold it down. So if I do it once, it's gonna bring it down just like this. And then I can also use the strap here to pull it up, or I can just do that and it pops up. Not only that, but if you wanna do it a lazy way, let me just pop all of this back up here. There's also a button right there. So right here, if I just press it down, it's gonna fold it down. And then if I do it again, it's gonna unlock and put the seat up. And then you have access to the third row. Now it's an all black interior. You do have the perforated middle and bottom sections, and even on these, you have the X pattern stitching, which is very, very unique. Now let me jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, first off, I wanna touch on the thigh support. So it's not all that bad. I've seen worse on vehicles where it's super, super low and uncomfortable, but back here, I think you should be fine. Also, just like I was showing you the trim on the doors, even the seats are like that. They're not the smooth type, but you do have the cool little designing on the soft touch material. Now let me go ahead and put this seat down and show you the legroom. All right, the seat is up and I have a decent amount of legroom. Now the seat can definitely be moved back. So even if you move it up to, let's say right here, I still have this amount of legroom. So legroom wise, I'm pretty good back here. And same thing for the headroom. Like look at all the room that I have. I'm wearing a hat. I am 5'11" for reference. And so yeah, back here, no issues at all. Now, other things that you'll get back here is a water bottle area, some space here, a padded area for your elbow, a USB port here, and the same thing on the other side. So you're not fighting with the people back here. And then here is that button I was talking about. So if I just press it down, it's gonna bring the seat down just like that. And then if I do it again, it's gonna pop it up. All right, let me show you the second row seats. And these are captain's chairs, so you do have a bit of room in the center, even for the third row to stretch your legs or even get in and out to here. So in terms of the seats, they're pretty identical to the rear seats, the third row seats. You have the perforated middle and bottom sections, the X pattern stitching. And since these are captain's chairs, you do have the armrest, and these do come heated back here, which is a bonus. And then if you use this same lever here, you can actually recline the seats in the second row, which is another pretty good thing. And then even down here, you have this nice looking chrome Denali door sill piece. And now let me jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, entering inside, I have a good amount of legroom, even though I'm sure the driver's seat can be adjusted. But yeah, legroom wise, I'm pretty good. And then in terms of the headroom, same thing for the third row. It's pretty good even in the second row, so I have no issues at all. Now behind the driver and the passenger seat, I love how there's soft touch material. There's no plastic or anything, plus you have these storage pockets on both of the sides. And back here on the center console area, you have cup holders, chrome trimming, your heating and cooling controls, your heated seat controls for the second row, USB ports, and then an outlet down there. All right, let's jump into the front here and see what is different compared to the rear. Everything else is identical, I think, other than, of course, your window controls, side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat controls. All right, now as for the front seats, these are identical to all of the rows. However, there is one difference here. You do have the Denali stitched into the back on both of the seats. And not only do the front seats come heated, but they're also ventilated. And then on the side here, you have all of your power adjustment controls, another chrome door sill piece here. Underneath, you just have your typical foot pedals, nothing too fancy. Here is your hood latch release. And then up here, you have a bunch of different controls. So starting here, you have your electronic parking brake, and then all of these. So you have your lane key, traction control, parking sensors to turn them on or off, camera button, auto start stop, and then the park assist. And then you have all of your different modes here, along with the cluster dimmers, and then the exterior lighting controls. Even up by the venting here, you have gloss black, chrome trimming, the wood trimming. All of this looks very premium. And the steering wheel does come power adjustable. All right, entering inside, your dashboard is kind of unique. You do have the hard plastic, but it's similar to how the seats are in terms of the soft touch material, but you have the same texture trimming, contrast stitching here in black, the speaker there, speaker in the center, and one over there. And then this also has my favorite thing, which is the heads-up display. And then you get into this very nice looking fully digital 11-inch cluster area. I love all of the details on this, and you can view a bunch of different things. And to control that, you just press this button here on the steering wheel. So if I press it, this is what shows up on the next thing. And then if I do it again, here's what that is. And then you can also see a full Google Map view, which is pretty neat. And then doing it one more time, you come back to this page here. As for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. This also comes heated, which is a bonus. You've got the Denali badging, you've got the chrome, even chrome over here. And on the left side here, you have all of your cruise control settings, follow distance, and your lower gear. The other side has your Bluetooth, music controls, cluster controls here, phone controls, and then the heated steering wheel control. And also behind, you do have the paddle shifters. And then further back, you have your front and rear wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. And the other side is your gear shifter. Now over on the center armrest area, you've got more of the nice trimming, the X pattern stitching, and even a Denali badge here. And opening this up, you do have a ton of room here. Not only that, this whole thing does move back. So there is a control right up here. So if I just press up, this whole thing just shifts all the way back, revealing all of this space. Not only that, but a hidden area as well. Now, before I touch on all of this, I'll sort of show you on the side, you have soft touch material, contrast stitching, and some space down there. And you're gonna notice that on the passenger side as well. Now on here, you have a bunch of gloss black, including that beautiful gradient wood trim. So opening this up here, you have your front cup holders, and then pushing this back, you have more space, but this is your wireless phone charger, including more USB ports. And then you get into this massive 16.8-inch touchscreen. How nice does this look? I love the venting designing around it as well. And even down here, you have all of the different heating and cooling temperature controls, including the toggles. You can also press the screen as well. So you have your vented seats, heated seats, all that good stuff is there. So on here, you have a bunch of different things, including down here. So let's go to the first one, the vehicle status. This is gonna show a vehicle or your vehicle, and it's gonna have a bunch of different plus signs. So if I click any of them, it's gonna show me that particular information. So there's a bunch that you can go through. Down here, you have the maintenance section. So it shows everything here. Also the gauges, so that's what that looks like. And then lastly is the trip information. Now exiting out of all of this, there's also My GMC, Google Assistant, Play Store, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and here are the cameras that I was telling you. It has a ton of cameras. So right now I have the bird's eye view on, and I can turn it off just like that, but I like having it on. It's showing the backup camera right now. If I click this, there is the front camera. Here is the top of the front and then top of the rear. Here are the side cameras facing the rear and then facing the front. Now exiting out of all of this, there's also the trailering section. So here you can do a light test, a checklist, all that good stuff. And then there is also the settings section, which is typical to any vehicle. You can fine tune to your own liking. Then you have the auto park assist, the climate section, which you can control from here for the front and rear. And then here is for the front only. And then exiting out of all of this, there is the Wi-Fi hotspot, recordings, and then you have the audio section for your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, and news. And then there is the map section, like I was mentioning, this has Google Maps built in. And then your phone section, going down, you have controls and news. Now, if I go under controls, you have a bunch more things that do pop up. You can control your power side steps. And then not only that, if you look right above the screen, you do have this button. If I press it, it opens up another hidden compartment area. And even on the side of this, you have the Denali badging. Now moving further up, you just have your typical rear view mirror. And then further up here, you have your interior camera. Here is the tailgate control. Here is the controls for the third row seats to fold them down and back up. This is for the center console area. Here is your sunroof controls and then the sunshade controls, interior lights, SOS, and OnStar. Here is the key fob for this Yukon Denali. It's your typical GMC key. All right, coming around to the passenger side, let me show you what you get on this side. So here is the same space I was talking about. And then your dashboard has that beautiful gradient wood trim, and then just really your typical glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker for this Denali. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 GMC Yukon XL Denali. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?